Hey creator friends, welcome to my channel, and here we are. It is November the 11th, and before it's Saturday Happenings, but before I do any of my Saturday Happenings things, I want to say Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans that are out there, all the veterans that we know, all the veterans that have served in the past. Brian and I are both veterans, and we just want to tell everyone that came before us and everyone that's going to come after us how much we appreciate you and what you do for all of us. So I just want to say Happy Veterans Day to everyone. So now let's talk about what happens on Saturday Happenings. So Saturday Happenings, if you're new here, welcome. But I just kind of like to go over, maybe answer some questions or comments about the videos that were in the week prior to today and what is planned for next week. And I'm super excited. I've got some really cool stuff planned. But last week was cool. Last week was the end of the freezer challenge that Linda over at Linda's Pantry and I are doing. That was fun. So it was kind of cool because we did a freezer challenge giveaway. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm a week behind. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my calendar. Yeah, but that was a good collaboration. That was fun. That was just a challenge the two of us were doing. A lot of you came along on that trip, but that was just fun. But then on the 6th, which is last Monday, I was looking at the wrong week. I did a little video on how to start doing sublimation. I'm having a real good time with that, and I'm making all of our Christmas gifts, and I plan to do some videos on some more of the gifts that I'm making. It is fun. It is cool, and it's not hard to do, and honestly, you don't have to have one of those cutting machines to do sublimation, but that's kind of a program that you can use. Anyway, I will do some more videos on that because it's fun. And then for Cooking for Two Tuesday, I did the creamy cabbage casserole. That is really good. And it's almost, I think one of you said it looked like something you might try for a side dish. Now, just know the recipe that I showed, you might want to taste it and add some more spices, herbs and spices to your liking, because it's not one way or the other. It's kind of a, it's not peppery, it's not salty, it's not, you know, you want to add something if you want it. I like it the way it is, but there's other people that say, oh, I would add a couple things. You know what else is really cool? Is like a kielbasa sausage cut up in it. And then it just makes a meal instead of a side dish. So that was really good. And then I did the 3D decorated frame. That was a craft that we did over on the workshop. And so I wanted to share it with you because it's super simple and it's super cute. And I made the one for Thanksgiving that I'm going to put there on, like, we have a side table that has food on it because our table is usually filled with people. So not a lot of room for all the dishes. So I'll have a side table with dishes, and I'm going to put that there. And I just think it's kind of neat looking. So I did that. And then there was a little teaser for a craft that's coming up next week. And that was the Santa mittens, the little decoration. That's kind of cool. And it actually could be on the wall. It could be something you could hang on the wall. Or we used to have great big Christmas tree, like great big tree. And it was one of those ones like when you go to Home Depot and stuff and Lowe's and they have those amazing huge trees. We had a big one like that. And so those great big things would look cool on it. So I would probably, if I still put that tree up, we don't anymore because it's just me and Brian and it's just a lot of work. But I would probably put that on the tree. So that video is coming up. But you got a little teaser on that. So next week, okay, so here's the thing. Tomorrow I'm going to do my meal plan. Linda and I were talking about it and doing the freezer meat challenge, the no buy meat for 6 months, using up the stuff in your freezer, kind of got us on this path of planning our week menus out, which was really a good idea. I found it really helpful. So we're going to kind of, both of us are just going to continue sort of doing a kind of a plan for the week. And I already have what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a video you'll see tomorrow of the plan of the recipes I'm doing. But here's the thing. I went in my cabinet, in my spice cabinet, and it looks, seriously, it's a mess. Like there's just, it's not organized. At one time I had it all organized. It had little stair-steppy things with all the spices on them. The little spinny thing with the spices on them. And over the last maybe year and a half, those things have, They're still kind of in alphabetical order, but I've made spices and put in there, or blends, you know, and I bought new ones and put in there. And then a friend of mine always makes spice blends at Christmas and she gives them out. So I have those little jars. So I have a whole bunch of stuff in there and I have to kind of root through to find what I want. So then I decided I'm going to take everything out, clean the cabinet out and put everything back in. And then I thought, well, no, wait a second. First of all, the spices that I have are in the store bottles and they're not as sealed as well. So I thought, oh, I want to take all those out and put them in, you know, canning jars and vacuum seal lids on them. That's going to keep my spices really much nicer for much longer. And then I'm thinking, oh, I'll get my Cricut and I'll do the names on them and that will all look really cool. That's what's going to happen. But then as I was thinking about that, I thought, well, while all the spices are out there, I could go ahead and make all the blends I like. So then I thought, well, I'll get my little Make It Mix book out that's got a whole bunch of spice blends in it and other things. And then I saw all those mixes. And yes, I've done like the homemade DIY Bisquick stuff. But then I started looking at my Make a Mix cookery books, the two old ones from like the 70s and 80s. And I thought, oh, I need to make some, you know, master mix and the basic cake mix and the muffin mix. And so I thought, I am just going to purge my pantry, make a whole bunch of mixes and spice blends and make my cooking easier, which then translates over to like a super cool weekly meal plan. Okay. So I've already started on that. And so I'm doing a whole bunch of these and I'm just there's going to be a video on Monday that's explaining, but for a while, there's going to be a bunch of mixed videos on Mondays, excuse me. But the cool thing is, I'm not just going to do the mixes and say, well, there they are, figure it out. No, I'm actually going to use the mixes in like my pantry cooking for 2 Tuesdays. I'm going to show you throughout the week in my meal plan how I'm using all those mixes so that you can see how convenient and handy and time saving and stress relieving having those things is. So this is a big project. I already worked on it yesterday. I'm working on it all day today. It's probably going to take into tomorrow because I've got a whole bunch of more mixes I still want to make. So that's going to be fun. But then that's coming up and I've already thought about what I'm going to do for my pantry cooking for 2 Tuesday. So that's going to be good. And then I will have the crafty Santa mitten video. And so I'm thinking that's going to be pretty exciting. And then on Thursday and Friday, I don't know, maybe I'll throw something else in there. But I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday all covered. Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All those are covered. And I'm kind of excited about this mixes thing because a long time ago, I used to have tons of those mixes and I would just rely on them. And then I kind of got away from it. But now I kind of want to get back into it because it's super easy to do. So there's that. Other than that, I cannot really think of anything else exciting that's happening. So I'm just going to keep planning my week and planning videos for you. And I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in my next video.